Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Bleach 1000 Years Blood War episode number 9 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we met the Zero Squad. Five was it five? Yeah, five captain comprised squad which who are even stronger, who are like stronger than each and every captain and the whole society combined, so they are really crazy strong, and they are actually what's it called, uh, stationed to keep to guard the Soul King, and that's where they've always been stationed. That's why they were not here. So we meet them, and they come and take Rukia, Renji, Byakuya with them, because obviously Unohana doesn't have enough uh, healing abilities, I'm guessing, to properly treat them over here. So they're going to take them, and also they were like, we're also going to take Kurosaki Ichigo with us because of his whole Bankai situation. His um uh his Zanpakuto broke down, with the whole thing with Yahabaha, and yeah, so they can probably do something about it. They can make something, they obviously they won't be able to bring his Zanpakuto back, but they can make like another one or something like that. I don't know what they're going to do. Let's see. So yeah, that's like what happened in the previous episode. Later on we get to like the what's his name, I forgot, Tenjiro, I think that was his name. Yeah, Tenjiro. He took us to his place with the hot springs, where everyone can recover and all that. And yeah, a few things we also got to see. First of all, the biggest shocking fact thing in that episode was that Byakuya is alive. I was not expecting that. And yeah, I'm glad he's okay. He's not okay, but I'm glad he's fine. At least he'll be back. And we also got to see Orihime, and all of them are fine. We got a little bit of to see a little bit of Grimjo, and also the Fullbringers. So yeah, let us begin. Oh, another thing we got to know. This is just a speculation, but Kurosaki Ishin is Ganju, their uncle. So something like that. So yeah, all right, let us begin. This is episode number 9. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here. Sync it to whichever is a preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, this is no. What's it doing? We might have to. What? Message? Appointing Shunsui Jirosan as head captain. I guess, like, who else would even take that position? Yeah, Ukitake and Kyoraku are the only ones I can see doing that. And Ukitake, I feel like, I don't know. This, okay, what was written there? I wasn't able to properly read. He's going to become the. Oh god, I need to see that again part. I'm guessing I'll get a confirmation what was written there. So he's going to be the joint captain, like not joint captain, but the first. Wait, then who's going to become the captain of Shunsu's squad? Oh, joint captain, I think. Was that what's written? I wasn't able to read that properly. Anyways, I'm sure I'll get my answers here. Ah. Whoa! Okay, I was not expecting that to be food. Yo! Yo, look at, oh my god. Get in there. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. What is this? Some kind of special training? Yeah. What are these guys wearing? What is that? Yeah. Oh, damn. He just tore the whole. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yep. Yeah, I'm guessing his bunk. Oh, Renji's back. There you go. Yo, your hand is shaking. Oh no, it's gonna punch him. Oh! Oh boy, alright. Oh, nice! There you go. Hmm. Alright. Oh, this is how they go. Oh boy. Oh, that's their names. Damn! Oh my god. Wow. Damn, that's crazy. Mm. He was just standing there, you know. Oh my god! He fractured his hand within that small amount of. Good lord. Hmm. Well. Hmm. Oh, okay, okay. Shut up. These guys again are. Yeah, the Central 46, I think that's what's their name. They're again just. Let him do what he wants. What? Zanjitsu? What is that? Oh, oh god, these guys are just always. You guys will be dead before he revolts if you don't stop Yaha. Baha. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like you. Ooh. Oh, Unohana. Damn. What? Yachi. Wait a minute. Isn't Yachiru? Wait a minute. Yachiru. First Kenpachi. Oh yeah, Kenpachi is like a title or whatever. Oh no, what the hell? Wait! Yeah! Hey, Kon also got his Bankai. That's Kon's Bankai. Oh, that was for to cushion them. Oh, this is that lady. What's her name? Kirio? Gatonden. Okay. Hey. Yeah? Oh yeah, here we go. The first scene that we saw. Oh my god, the food that she makes is huge. Gatonden kitchen area. Look at the size of them. Oh, oh yeah. Oh my god. He just wants to feed you. Yeah. Yeah, go on. Well, you're in plushy form. What the hell? Hmm. Probably. Okay. Palace of food. Hmm. Oh, that's nice. So there's nothing like. Oh. Yeah, so there's no underhanded. Okay. All right. Oh my god. They actually are going to complete eating it. That's unbelievable. Great. Hey, how is corn eating? What is that? Oh my god, what the? No, but don't eat that. Is it good? Okay. uh, what happened? She won. Probably thinking about his bankai or something. I don't know. Oh, that's what he's thinking. Nah, you guys are getting better now. Then after that, the training will start. I'm guessing. This is yeah. Like I said, you guys are getting, and then after that you'll train. Damn, look at that. Exactly. There you go. Oh my god, gone. Damn. Who's this? What the hell? Who is that? What? Is this the same person? Or is it someone else? Can you please give an explanation? What happened? Oh yeah, it is the same person. That is Kiryu. Oh, that, okay. Alright. Makes sense. Grain King Kiryu Hikifune. Okay. Created something in the Soul Society. Yeah, okay. Uh, Temporary soul and the technology present the world. Oh. I was thinking. To your own body. Nice. Okay. Oh. Alright, who's the next one? Oh, Etsu Nimaiya. Oh, this guy. Whoa! Oh my god! That's crazy. A person who made Zanpakuto? I don't know what I expected. I thought Zanpakutos existed from the beginning or something, like naturally. Makes sense. There should be, okay. Wait, then before he made Zanpakuto, what did people use? Did they used to like fist fight or something? I don't know. Central Underground Great Prison. Oh, this is Aizen's, isn't it? Muken. Oh, who's that? Oh, Kenpachi, okay. Wait, why is he here? Oh, wait, she called him. Okay. Muken is one. Ah, it is the training ground. Okay, one thing. So she was the first Kenpachi? Allowed us non-criminals to marry. Allowed us non-criminals. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Hey, what the hell is here? Oh, he was the one who gave it to her. Damn. Oh! Original. Yeah, there you go. That was Unohana. Captain of Elephant Squad. Ah. Notorious criminal. Yachiru, 8,000 styles. Zanjutsu lesson. Whoa. Damn. To Isane. Oh yeah, she wrote a letter. I was wondering, is there some relationship with Yachiru and her name being Yachiru? Oh, he opened the eye patch, I realized it. Oh my god! Yeah, he's not playing around. Oh god. Damn. Yo, he broke it. She broke it. From the person I admire. Damn. So she's calling him weaker now. Yeah, you've gotten weaker. Whoa. I'm going to die. Wow, she's crying. The hell? Wait, what happened? What? What the hell? What was that? Yeah. There is a flaw you put up on. Okay, there's still something going on which we don't know. Oh wow, okay. Hmm. Wait, so there's a lot of questions I'm having. First of all, her name is Yachiru. I never knew that. Unohana Yachiru. And does that have something to do with the Yachiru we know? Like I remember seeing in the flashback, and I think it was the first part of Bleach in the previous anime, that Yachiru, like I think like Kenpachi found Yachiru or something. I don't remember, something like that. Like when he was fighting or something, he found her or something, and from that point onwards, she started hanging out with Kenpachi. So that's all we know about Yachiru, and we never really got any kind of information about her, like who is she, whose kid is she, and all that. It's just that she just hangs around with Kenpachi. She's extremely strong for a kid. So does that have something to do with Unohana? That means, like, then why are the titles the same? Unohana Yachiru, and why? Oh, I now realize why her name is Yachiru. It's probably because Kenpachi, looked up to Unohana. That's why probably gave Yachiru that name or something. Like, I think Kenpachi is the one who gave her the name, didn't he? Yachiru? It must be something like that. My God. Yo, that sound effect is. Uh, damn, this episode. Like we already kind of got to know that Unohana is really strong because she's part of the original Gote, but she was the first Kenpachi. That's a surprise. Another surprise is that he like oh, like the second surprise is that Yachi is a like like title. That was another surprise. Now I don't know, I feel like there's something going on, like I said, it can be either there might be something going on, or it's just plain simple that Kenpachi gave Yachiru name because he, as he said, he admired Unohana. That's why Unohana's last name was Yachiru. That's why he probably gave that girl the name Yachiru or something. I don't know, either that or there might be another reason why her name is Yachiru. So I'm not quite sure about that. Like it's 50-50. So that's another. And if it is that case, that Kenpachi just gave Yachiru that name because he admired her, Unohana, still the question comes in: who is Yachiru? Where did she come from? And why is she that strong? Did she become that? Like, she is quite strong, isn't she? She's a lieutenant. And that age, she kind of is quite strong, extremely strong if you think about it. So how is she that strong? Did she become naturally strong because she hung out with Kenpachi? It won't surprise me, if that's the actual reason. Because yeah, Kenpachi is crazy, so who knows? All right, okay, let's start from the beginning. First of all, Nanao comes in from, and Shunsui is there, and Shunsui says something like, "Oh, there's a trouble. We might have to say goodbye." And it's written in the message that appointing Shunsui Jiro Sakuranosuke Kyoraku as head captain and squad 1 captain. Okay, there you go. Alright. So now I was thinking, why not Ukitake? But obviously Ukitake is sick. You can say that Ukitake is sick. So that's probably why they decided to appoint Shunsui. Now that's how it starts, and then after that we get to the Ichigo situation. Ichigo is still getting treated, and he excuse me, Tenjiro is like, "Oh, why are you getting out of the bath? Like you're supposed to count to 100." And Ichigo's as always like, "What the hell you're doing? Like how am I supposed to do that?" And just squabbling and like just having like a like a funny moment that was. And here we kind of see Tenjiro comes in and gives Ichigo a punch. He gets just completely thrown off at the side. And you have to see one, I kind of understand and realize one thing here, that at this moment we did not realize that Tenjiro's hand got fractured here because Ichigo reflexively hit him back to save himself. Here we can see Ichigo himself gets thrown aside, gets up, and we can see he's completely fine even after getting that punch, But the fact is that Tenjiro is the one who hit him, he's the one who got injured, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, Ichigo didn't even realize what he did, and he reflexively just probably attacked his hand and fractured his arm without even knowing that. And he himself is fine, his injuries are all okay, like he's okay now. And we see the bandages are just thrown apart, and Tenjiro's like, oh, I can see that you're fine now, like you've healed, so you're okay to go, no problem. And Tenjiro's like, the next place you'll have to go is, I forgot the name of the place, but Kirio's place. And that's what he says. Now Renji gets up, and Renji is like, I'm also going to go. And we can see Renji is just like, his hand is shaking and everything, and Tenjiro punches him, and we see that he can keep standing. He withstood that punch. So Tenjiro is like, you know what, all right, go ahead, you can withstand my punch, so I feel like you'll be fine. So yeah, and when after that they kind of use the usual method, just gives the hammer and it gets shooted off to the other place. And here we see these two other guys, they take out their clothes, and we see this like burnt marks all over the body. So they were helping Ichigo and Renji with their situation, and that is why they had to be in that hot tub. And here we go, the boys were able to soak in Master Tenjiro's white bone hell. There you go. And since they were doing that, they got this burnt marks, and that is kind of, and they say that like these two guys are crazy, and even after all of that, even after withstanding that heat, they were acting as if there was nothing happening, like they were not at all being affected. And like, let alone burn marks, they're fine, they're just standing and just joking around, while we have to, even with this protective clothing we were wearing, we still have the burn marks. And Tenjiro's like, yeah, I realized, these two are crazy, especially Kurosaki Ichigo, because that guy, he fractured my arm. And we can see his hand is like underwater with it's this swollen, this big his hand has become. And he says like, when that punk took my strike, he reflexively, there you go, struck my fist and fractured it. Like I said, Ichigo didn't even realize. He just gave him a good whacky, broke his arm, and didn't even realize that he did that. Oh lord. Okay, so he says that people used to call me lightning fast Tenjiro, but I don't think I have my skills have gotten duller, because the whole thing with Soifon, we see he was still in a complete perfect shape. He just went behind Soifon being the fastest person over there in Soul Society. She wasn't able to keep track of him, while Ichigo was able to reflexively attack him and injure him like that. So that's kind of crazy if you think about it. So wait, what does that mean? Does that mean that Ichigo's faster than Soifon now? I think so, maybe. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, at this point, because Ichigo got his full bringer powers. He has his Zangetsu and everything, and yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he's stronger stronger and faster than Soifon. It wouldn't surprise me, but still, Soifon is supposed to be the fastest here, because obviously wait, what's her name? Wait, what the hell? Sometimes this happens to me, I forget names so obvious. What's her name? Oh my god, what the hell is wrong with me? Yorichi, yeah. God. Sometimes my head just blanks out into some names I completely forget. Yeah, Yorichi is not here, so that's why obviously I think Soifon must be the fastest here. But seeing how Ichigo was able to reflexively attack Tenjiro, and Tenjiro wasn't able to realize that, but Tenjiro is faster than Soifon, would mean that Ichigo's faster than Soifon, I think. Isn't that how it works? I'm not sure. Anyways, yeah, so Tenjiro's like, I've not lost my touch yet, but yeah, this guy still fractured my hand. And then he's like, I can see why the Soul King is like, really into him. Okay, so after that, we get to see this part I need to read here. Kyoraku is in front of the Central 46. Yeah, I think that was the name. So, okay, so what does he say? He says like he needs 2 lieutenants. All right, here we go. Third state Okikiba knows how to manage Squad 1. And while Lieutenant Issei knows how to handle. Okay, there you go. So he's basically like, I need 2 lieutenants. Like the Okikiba, like can handle Squad 1, while Nanao can handle me. Oh god. And obviously this is the Central 46. They are like, oh, we cannot allow that, blah blah blah, as usual. Like, no, this is unacceptable. The power to appoint someone to lieutenant lies within their squad captain. You people decided that, remember? Yeah. Okay, now that was the first thing that they had. Obviously, like, these guys have problems with everything, so yeah, screw them. Now the first task as head captain, he says that I want Captain Zaki to get to know about, what does he say? Zanjutsu. What is Zanjutsu? Is it like some kind of a swordplay or something? I'm not sure. Zanjutsu. But anyways, he says like, I want Zaki Kenpachi to know Zanjutsu. Okay, so obviously Central 46 is like, oh, like, unacceptable. If he becomes stronger, then now we won't be able to, control him, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, like, obviously that is one problem. But think about this. If Ruahabaha comes and destroys this place, you guys are going to go down first. Because you guys can do nothing. You're just some people just sitting on their back doing nothing, just giving out crazy, crazy verdicts. This is like this whole organization is like the shadiest and the worst thing in Bleach. These people are the worst people in this show. Like, they have done so many stuff. The whole situation with Rukia's execution. Not only that, the next part of so many things we saw, and it was so. Wait a minute, didn't Aizen kill them off? How are they here again then? Oh yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, I never thought about it. Didn't Aizen kill them? How are they here then? Are these like new people? It must be. These must be new people, because yeah, I think yeah, Aizen killed them. Yeah, I never thought about it. How were they here? That means they're either new people or something happened. I'm not sure. But anyways, so yeah, like all those stuff, we know what happened. So these guys are the worst characters probably in the entirety of the Bleach show, and they're just corrupted and just shady bunch, and they just just want to manipulate the whole thing from shitting in the shadows. They won't wag a finger, and they're just going to give orders. Like, good lord. And yeah, they're like, oh, we cannot let them getting powerful. And Shunsui says the same thing. He's like, oh, is that so? Then you think you guys can handle Yuahabaha if we don't train Kenpachi? Can you guys do something about him then? Like when he's going to come here try to attack us, like you guys are the first ones that will go down. So think about it. And yeah, that's just what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, what the hell? These guys are the ones who needs the maximum protection. And these guys are just blabbering about like, oh, we cannot let Kenpachi be too strong, blah, blah, blah. Like, God Lord. Okay, so, and obviously they weren't able to interject at that, like, because they themselves know that they are nothing without the Shinigamis. So they kept quiet, and Shunsui is like, all right, then we have an acceptance here. And this is the part where we get a big surprise. And now here's the thing. First of all, Unohana comes out. Now I was like, oh, so wait, Unohana's going to train him. And then I was like, oh yeah, man, she was part of the Gotei 13, the older Gotei 13. So I'm pretty sure he can. She like like she's probably extremely strong. And there have been hints like Tenjio kind of said in the previous episode that, oh, you're not like you do your own thing. You're not supposed to be healing people now. You do what you're good at, which kind of like just kind of shows us like gives us a little hint that she's a fighter. She's supposed to fight. And yeah, so that's what we saw. So I was like, oh, so Unohana is going to train him. I was like, all right, like I can see that happening. And then he says the first Kenpachi, and I'm like, okay, so what? And not only that, like he says the first Kenpachi, and then after that he says Unohana Yachiru. Like I was like, wait a minute, why is her name Yachiru? Like I don't think they ever mentioned. I'm pretty sure they never mentioned up until now her last name. I never knew her last name was Yachiru. If I knew it, obviously I would be like, what the hell, why is her last name the same as the Yachiru we know? So another shock. Now, like I said, I'm really not sure if there's like a bigger significance in the whole Yachiru thing, because like we already have a Yachiru. Like I'm not sure if there's like a significant reason or like another twist, another like mystery behind that, or it's just simply Kenpachi gave Yachiru's name Yachiru because he looked up to Unohana. I think that's maybe that's just the reason why her name is Yachiru and Yachiru's name is also Yachiru. Kenpachi must have given that name to her because he looked up to Unohana. And there's no other twist or mysteries. But I don't know, maybe there is some kind of twist. That why her name is Yachiru and the girl that is always with Kenpachi, why her name is also Yachiru. Maybe there's a twist, maybe there's a mystery behind that as well. Or maybe it's simply that Kenpachi gave her that name because he looked up to Unohana. I'm not quite sure. Again, we'll have to wait to get a confirmation on that. But so, okay, the first Kenpachi. Now, I do wonder which number Kenpachi Zaraki is. Like, yeah, I do wonder because I remember there being a filler arc. Yeah, I'm like, oh, that was a filler arc though. I'm not really sure whether I should I should take that as like an original thing or something. Like there was like a filler arc, you remember, where like Kenpachi killed one of the the Kenpachi before him. He killed him or something. And there was like that one guy who had this whole revenge thing going on, and he was like, oh, because you killed the Kenpachi, I'm going to defeat you or something. I don't remember that. There's like a filler like that or something. There was something like that, I remember. So obviously I'm guessing Kenpachi defeated that Kenpachi and became the Kenpachi that he is now. So which number, this Zaraki Kenpachi, which number Kenpachi is he? Like, but there's another thing, like they kind of said later on that Unohana said that, oh, you are the one who gave me this scar. So I'm wondering if, I don't know, like I'm wondering if he defeated Unohana and became the Kenpachi. Is that what happened? But then that would mean that that filler arc was completely like false. Like there's like we should not like kind of, we should forget about it. Like there's like, yeah, it wouldn't match because in that filler arc I remember there was some other Kenpachi before him. So I'm not really sure. I'm guessing we'll get to know. But this is another question I have, that which number Kenpachi is he? Did he become the Kenpachi after defeating Unohana, or was it someone else? If it was someone else, who was he or she? I don't know. So another question. So let's wait. I'm guessing they're going to properly explain this to us, because there's a lot of questions I still have about the whole Unohana and Kenpachi situation. So we'll see. Okay, so yeah, that happens, and then suddenly we go to the next scene where Renji and Ichigo are just fighting mid flight. Like they're kind of falling down and they're fighting, and they're like my injuries are worse than you, blah blah blah, and Kon suddenly becomes like a muscular Kon, whatever, and I'm like, yeah, Kon also got his bunk. But it was just to cushion their fall, I guess. Oh boy. Now, okay, then we meet Kiryu here. Kiryu comes and Kiryu is like, welcome to my gaton then. And Kiryu is like making food for them, and like it's this huge. I've never seen this huge food. Like it's like this tall, even taller than Ichigo and Renji, the food. And they're like, my god, what is this? And they're like, oh, eat it, like it's all for you. And obviously these two are suspicious. They're like, there must be something going on. Why would she suddenly start feeding us? There must be some kind of a hidden motive behind it. Some kind of, they probably put us through some ridiculous type of training or something, and they're kind of having like this like mistrust. And Kiryu's like, oh, why are you not eating? Like, don't be like, mistrustful. And this gaton then is a palace of food. And she says like, my job is to ensure your bellies are full, and you guys' job is to stuff your bellies. So plain and simple as that. No hidden thing, nothing. You're just here for food. Like, you don't have to, like, after eating the food, I won't like, hold you the bill and say that, oh, pay me money, or I want to put you through some rigorous training or something. It's just all pretty normal here. Just eat without thinking anything. And after they get the reassurance, they're like, all right, fine, let me eat. And she's like, all right, I'm going to go and make desserts. And they start like devouring the food. I don't know how they ate that much food. Like, it's kind of crazy to think about it. And I don't know how the hell Kon is eating. He's a goddamn plushie. Plushies don't have teeth. Neither do they have a belly. So I have no idea. Anyways. Okay, so after that we see Renji like getting like a weird kind of food, and he's like, oh, what is this? Eats it, and he finds it tasty. He eats that as well. And yeah, we see Ichigo kind of thinking about something, and Ichigo's like, should we be doing this, like, because they're going to come and we won't be ready. Now I'm like, Ichigo, calm down. Like, like you were just injured. This is all part of the thing. You're supposed to, like, heal. That is what Tenjiro did. You're going to eat, then you're going to train. So that's what's going to happen here. So this is all part of the process. So calm down. Like, they're not telling you that, oh, like, fight the next enemy without training. I'm sure there'll be a training section after this. So Nichigo's like, oh, why are we not training? And Renji says the same thing. Renji was like you're an idiot or something. Like, like we over there we were supposed to heal ourselves. Here we're supposed to fill our belly, and then we're probably going to train or something. So just don't think about it. That's how we are going to do it. And here Renji says that like, obviously we are supposed to be in tip-top shape before we go through our training, because if we just start training from the get-go, obviously we won't be able to use our full potential, which is true. Like the thing, Ichigo is like, oh, why are we not training? But the fact here is, if Ichigo just started training without eating or healing himself, he wouldn't be able to properly utilize his body to train, and the training will fall short. Like, that's not how you do it. Everything should be in balance. Like, if you're weak, if you're hungry, you should first heal up and eat, and then continue your training. If you continue training in that situation, you won't be able to give your full, which is completely going to defeat the purpose of training. So that's the thing. Like, there's like a specific time and place for each and everything. Everything needs to be done, as they say, like the word, the proverb or whatever it's called, like, which you always hear in anime. What's it called? You cannot win a battle with an empty stomach or something like that. Exactly, that's the thing here. So Renji makes that point, and Ichigo's like, oh yeah, you're not as stupid as I thought. You make a good point. And while all of this was happening, at first, like, Kiyo doesn't come in front. She was behind that, like, that thing. And I was hearing her voice, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's like a different voice. Like, this voice sounds different. And then she gets in, and I'm like, what the hell? Who's this? Okay, first of all, what I thought is like, is this the same lady? I was thinking maybe it's like her sister or something. I don't know who. But then obviously, like, like only like, these 5 are allowed in here. These 5 like captains are only allowed here. So it must be her. So, but then obviously, like, this is anime, so you shouldn't be surprised at anything. So I was kind of thinking, I kind of guessed that it must be something like, oh, I used so much of my energy. That's why I've slimmed down or something. So I was thinking it must be something like that. And but still, there was like a question mark in my head. I'm like, is this Kiryu or is this someone else? Ichigo and Renji. I love the fact that she just starts talking without giving an explanation. She's like, oh yeah, like, like, exactly, that's exactly right. What we're doing right now is not different than getting ready for any other training. And she's just talking like this, and I'm like, hello, can we get an explanation? Even if the explanation will be extremely obvious, like I said, this is anime. I knew it would be something along the lines of I used my energy, that's why I'm slim, People in anime, like, it's like that. It's basically like that. So yeah. So after that, Ichigo and Renji asks the question that obviously I was also having, like, who are you? Are you the same person or are you someone else? And they're like, who are you? And she's like, oh, you don't recognize me? Okay, where's that part? Here we go. I'm Kiryu. I used up all my spiritual pressure when I cook. I don't know how, I was going to say I don't know how you can use a spiritual energy while cooking, but then I realized that's like the main thing that she does. She uses her spiritual energy to, like, boost the food or something, like, so that it heals them up quicker or something. As she kind of explains in the end, that she's the one who made the soul candy and all. And the food that she also made is kind of like that as well, was going to give them extra energy or something. So yeah, it makes sense why her spiritual energy was consumed while she was cooking. And she's like, so after I'm done cooking, I always lose a lot of weight. Okay, so her name is Grain King Kiryu Hikifune. Okay. Now, oh, it makes so much sense now. I just realized why Shinji didn't recognize her. Shinji. In the previous episode, Shinji was like, who are you? Like, I don't remember you like this. Alright, it makes sense. Okay. Now, okay, this is another interesting part where she kind of explains about the soul candy. Where is that part? Okay. When they're going to go, like, she's like, be careful. She says that, remember how I told you that our ritual, like, is packed with the history of the Soul Society? Every one of us in Squad Zero has created something in the Soul Society, and those that are being recognized as being the history of the Soul Society itself by the Soul King, okay, are allowed to join our squad. Okay, so whenever someone makes something groundbreaking and, like, crazy, which kind of represents the Soul Society in itself, they are invited by the Soul King to become part of the Zero Squad, I'm guessing. So if from this point onwards as well, if someone makes something groundbreaking, will they be invited by the Soul King? I think so. It must be. So okay. Hifune says that what I've created was a temporary soul, and the technology to place it into a body. And the concept of Gikon did not exist until I created a temporary soul. Okay, interesting. But this oh, hey, she's talking about Gikon. Okay, I was going to say, but then how did Shinigamis used to fight, like, not fight, but go to the modern world, like, like the original world, and how did they, how would they used to? Oh, they would probably just normally fight. Like, I was kind of mixing something up. Like, I was thinking, like, the whole Gigai situation, how they, like, like, live in the modern world in a Gigai and use, like, soul candy as, like, like a temporary, like, thing. But that was like a special, like, exception. That was like an exceptional situation with Rukia and Ichigo, where they had to use a Gigai, and like, Ichigo had to use, like, a soul candy to keep his body in the real world while he used to do his Shinigami's duty. That's an exceptional situation. So that never happened before that. All right, I guess. And part of the concept was applied to create. Part of that concept was applied to create soul candies. There you go. Gikongan. The essence of Gikon is to increase one's level of power by placing a completely foreign spiritual pressure into your own body. Interesting. And the food that you ate was filled with that essence. There you go. Your body should be now containing spiritual pressure that is nothing like you felt before. And they can probably train using that or something. If you can sense that even a little, then good. That said, I still want you to go with caution. Okay, now here's the big thing. After that, she says the one in the next pass is a totally unpredictable one. Okay, what's his name? The name, your next stop is Ho Ho then, where O Etsu Nimaiya resides. He's the man who created Zanpakuto. Now, so many questions again. I'm like, then what did the Shinigamis fight before he invented the Zanpakuto? Did they use normal swords? Was there no concept of Shikai Bankai then? All these questions, you know. And that would mean that this guy must be extremely old, you know, because even Yamamoto and all of them were using, like, you know, their Zanpakuto, Shikai Bankai and all that. And Yamamoto and all of them, like, are crazy old. You know, we've seen them using their Zanpakuto. So that must mean that this guy made the Zanpakuto way before that. So this guy must be extremely old, older than Yamamoto and older than everyone. Wouldn't it? Because the Gotei 13 that we saw and everyone, they were using Zanpakuto normally, you know. The little flashback we saw of Yamamoto and Sasakibe. There we get to see, like, you know, like Sasakibe using his Bankai and all, you know. Then the battle with Yahabaha, you know, like where they, like, you know, use their Zanpakuto to fight. All of those, like, you know, like, you know, like all those situations we saw them using Zanpakuto. That would mean this guy must have made the Zanpakuto way before that. So this guy must be extremely old, and he must be one of the, like, you know, oldest people here. Shouldn't that? That's how I'm calculating this. Otherwise, yeah, it must be something like that. Now, okay, so wait, then what did Tenjiro make? The hot springs? I think so, yeah, must be the hot springs. Okay. Now, after that, we get to see that it was the lower level of the prison, Muken, that's what it's called. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, is it like, are we going to meet Aizen again or something? But then I see, like, you know, Kenpachi getting in, and Unohana's just there. And I'm like, okay, so they're going to train here. And they kind of explain why they're here, because, you know, like, this is the only place where they can freely swing their swords. Like, my god. And here Kenpachi's like, oh, like, you know, like, haha, non-criminals. And he kind of laughs, and he's like, don't make me laugh. Look who's talking. If you and I weren't powerful, we'd be only ordinary criminals. Okay. And after that, we see Unohana look back, and my god, her face is scary. What the hell? She looks like a ghost or something. Oh, okay. And she's like, oh, you have no power, and I'm going to, like, you know, fight you here and all. And okay, they're talking, and here we get to see that this section, and I realize now why she always kept her the braids in front over here. I thought that was just a character design. You know, that's just how she was, you know, like different characters have different character designs, like, you know, their character, like, you know, the different hairstyles and all. I thought that was just something like that or something, you know. I never realized that it was because to hide the scar or something, you know, like, because her hair is quite thick. It's like her braid is like here, so it kind of hid it. So now we can see the scar, and she says, like, whenever I hear your voice, the single scar you gave me begins to ache. So Kenpachi inflicted that wound on her, and Kenpachi said, you're not the only one who has an aching scar. Wait, so did Unohana gave him that scar? Kenpachi's? I think so. Who knows? Now, oh boy, they start fighting, and good god, this fighting. Alright, here we can get to see a little bit of Shunsui. Shunsui says the original 13 Gotei 13 said to be the strongest in history. She served as the captain of Squad 11 and created the basis of what CAT Squad 11 is today. Before being appointed as a captain by Old Man Yama, she was the most notorious criminal in the history of Soul Society. So she was a criminal, my god. That's why Kenpachi is like, oh, you make me laugh. Like, if we didn't have power, we would be criminals. Okay, to show her mastery to countless styles and her complete proficiency of the blade, she gave herself the name Yachiru, 8,000 blades. And she gave herself the name. Okay. Now here Shusu says another thing. I'm sorry I called it a Zanjitsu lesson. Once you and Captain Zaraki cross blades. Okay, this part. One of you will have to die. I knew that. Why? Or why do one of them have? Oh, because are they like that strong? They won't be able to hold back or something? Oh god, like I don't want to see anyone die here. What the hell? Especially like in a friendly battle, like oh boy, I don't know. I don't like this. Now, okay, Kenpachi and Unohana is fighting. Okay, we get to see Unohana wrote a letter to Isane, while we see Yachiru has found Kenpachi's eye patch, and I didn't even realize it up until now, but Kenpachi's eye patch is gone, so he's taking it extremely seriously. And okay, we see the fighting again, and we see Unohana's actually inflicting wounds on Kenpachi, and okay, after that, where's that section? Okay, just a minute. Where's that part? Okay, she says, I can't believe someone swinging a sword with one arm wouldn't make use of their other arm. I can't imagine you're enjoying this fight. Yeah, I remember Kenpachi saying in this previously in one of the previous, not one of the previous, but in the part 1 where he fought Ichigo, like he was only using one hand. And he was saying like, oh, like, as soon as he used his other hand, his strength increased like tenfold or something. Like when he used... Oh no, that was not while he was fighting Ichigo. That was doing something else. I don't remember what exactly situation was that. But I remember Kenpachi doing that. At first he was using one hand and then he was like... Yeah, then I remember someone telling him to use another hand to fight both hands to actually hold the sword. And he did that and he realized like how strong he became by using both hands or something like that. I don't remember what exact part it was, but that did happen, I remember. And Kenpachi is like, you think you resort to using a cheap trick like this to wound me? You've changed quite a bit. Okay. Now here Kenpachi says like, you're the one who I admired the most, and Unohana's like, how dare you admire the enemy amid battle. Okay, so he takes out the sword and it's like, the sword is like this in front of Kenpachi's throat, and I haven't changed at all. But when I fought you, I simply do not have the leeway to use such cheap tricks against you. And Kenpachi is like, oh, so you think I've gotten weaker? Huh? And here Kenpachi gives like, kind of shows a little flashback. He says like, no matter what I cut, it was all the same. It was boring. It was no different from swinging a sword while alone in the dark. And he says that fighting you was the first time I felt fear. I felt the joy of battle for the first time. Okay, and then he was like, that's why I admired you, and you're saying that I've gotten weaker. And he says that, and you're saying that what I'm doing here is that I'm just going to die without even beating you. And he's crying here, like, my god. And she kind of pierces the blade. Wait, where did she pierce the blade? In his throat. God damn. Oh boy, I didn't even realize that at first. Okay, so He says, damn it. Okay. Suddenly, this whole scene cuts off. Now, this is extremely weird. Kenpachi's like, what the hell happened there? And Unohana's like, what's the matter? You seem like you spaced out for a moment. And Kenpachi's like, I don't know what the hell happened. I swore I was dead. But then he's like, all right, now that I've gotten this chance again, I'm not going to screw it up. I don't have the time to think. Yeah, I have to focus on the battle. Okay, now here's the thing, which is really weird. I'm guessing this is somehow related to that whole section where Kenpachi saw like his future and then he suddenly comes back to the present and he's like, what the hell happened there? Because Unohana says something here which is kind of interesting. She says, Kenpachi Zaraki, you will not die. Each time you're on the verge of death, you go stronger. That is a flaw you put upon yourself. Why is this a flaw? I don't understand. She says you won't die. As soon as you go on the verge of death, you'll become stronger. And then she says that is a flaw you put upon yourself. I don't understand why this is considered a flaw. This is supposed to be a good thing. You cannot die. If you're almost at the face of your death, you're going to get stronger. I don't know, but there must be some reason why she's saying this. And then she says that, and it is also my sin. And that's where it ends. All right, so so like I said, lots of questions I still have, and I'm guessing they'll properly answer them little by little. We've barely started the battle, so maybe the next episode we're going to see like more of the battle. I'm sure they're going to show us more of the battle, and then maybe while they're fighting, they'll give us little bits and pieces of their backstory and the information about all of this and all the other stuff, all the other questions that I have. So these are the questions that I still have. First of all, is there any relationship of the Yachiri that we know and her title, or is it just that Kenpachi gave Yachiri the name Yachiru because he admired Unohana? That's one thing. Another thing is like which number Kenpachi is. Is Kenpachi the Kenpachi now, Zaraki Kenpachi, because he defeated Unohana, or was it someone else? Because Unohana does say that you were the one who gave me the scar. So I'm wondering if the scar was given to her while they were battling for the position of the Kenpachi, or is it on a different situation completely? Because I do remember, and from the previous Bleach, that there was a filler arc where we got to see there was one Kenpachi who, Zaraki defeated and became the Kenpachi. If that is true, but I'm not really sure if that's true because that was a filler. That's not supposed to be canon. But if that is true, then it must be someone else that he defeated, and then he became Kenpachi, and Unohana was not the Kenpachi at that moment, at that time. So something like that. That's another question. What else? Yeah, the final section where she talks about her sin or whatever, like you won't die. That scene where it seems as if he saw his future and then he was like, oh, because it gets lodged in her throat, and Unohana says something like, you won't die. Whenever you're almost going to be in the verge of death, you'll become stronger. That's the fault. I don't know why she said that's your fault. And then she also says that that's my sin. So that's also another question. I'm guessing that we're going to get an explanation of very quickly. Yeah, so these are like is there anything else? Nah, these are the questions that I have. I hope I'm going to get I'll get the explanations properly, and yeah, I'm looking forward to see more of this. Now, wow, this is another episode with a few interesting plot, progression. I never expected her. I expected her to be quite strong, but I never expected her to be the first Kenpachi. That's what they said, and I was not expecting Zaraki to say something like, "Oh, I admired you." My God, that guy. I never expected him to say something like that to anyone. He's saying that, "Oh, I admired you," and then he's crying and all. My God, I never expected. And there's also another thing, don't forget about Unohana. I've never seen Unohana show this much emotion ever before. She's always just just eyes closed, just completely quiet and everything. So I feel like this is the first time we've also seen, just like Zaraki, this is also the first time we are seeing Unohana showed this much amount of emotion, and yeah, so that's also another thing. And there you go. So wow, another great episode. Good luck. This is like in each every episode is just amazing, you know, like in every episode I feel like we're getting like something new and something like eye popping, jaw dropping. This is how, like, you know, animes should be, like, you know, every episode having like a banger, like, you know, twist or like, you know, plot progression which is going to make you like, wow, what the hell, you know. And yeah, it's perfect. So there you go. So that is it. That's my reaction to episode number 9 of Bleach 1000 Years Blood War. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. So yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week with another episode of Bleach. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.